Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson vegetative morphology. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is root system, characteristic features of root system, different zones of root, types of root system, functions of root system, and we have seen flowchart of root modification. Dear students, today in this video we are going to see the different modification of root and their function, and also we are going to see the examples of root modification. See the topic modification of root. The previous class we have seen root modification is divided into two broad categories. One is taproot modification and adventitious root modification. Now we are going to see the taproot modification. What is taproot modification? The taproot which are storing the food material in the form of water or protein or carbohydrate or starch. The shape of the root which is modified into different form. Based upon that, the taproot modification is divided into different shape, and also based on the function it is divided into two types. One is the storage root, that means which are storing the food material. Another one, breathing root which is responsible for respiration. First we are going to see storage root which is divided into three shape. One is the conical root, another one is the fusiform root, then third one is the napiform root. First one, conical root. The shape of the root is look like in the form of cone shape, like a ice cream, cone ice cream. The shape of the root is look like in the form of cone shape. The basal portion is broad and will grow towards the tip region. It is tapering. Temperature means gradually decreasing in their width. So that is said to be tapering towards the apex. Apex means tip. So broad at the base and growing towards the tip region or apex, it is tapering. That means gradually the width is decreasing. So that shape of root is known as conical root. Example, Daucus carota. So Daucus carota is the binomial name of carrot. So next one is the fusiform root. The root, the middle portion is swollen. The middle portion is swollen or bulged one. Both base and the apex are tapering. So in the middle region only swollen portion, both base and the apex or a tip is tapering. That type of root is known as fusiform root. Example, radish. What is a radish? Mullangi, isn't it? The binomial name of radish is Raphanus sativus. So these two are the storage root. One more root is said to be the napiform root. Dear students, the third one is the napiform. The root which are showing the very broad portion from the base region, suddenly they are tapers like a tail at the apex, that means tip region, which forms the shape is look like top appearance. What is the top? Bambaram in Tamil, isn't it? So the shape of the root is look like in the form of top appearance, very broad at the base. Suddenly they are tapering like a tail towards the apex. That type of shape is known as napiform root. Example, beetroot. The binomial shape of beetroot is beta vulgaris. Dear students, you should not write the common name. You have to write the binomial name only. The binomial name, the mark is 1 mark. Example for binomial name is 1 mark. And also, the taproot modification is the book back question and also important 3 mark and 5 mark question. See the diagram. First one, conical root. The green color leafy portion is said to be the base. That means base of a stem. Okay. So base. See at the base of a stem, it is a broad. When grow towards the apex, that means tip, they gradually tapering, reduce height, gradually decreases or reduces. That is said to be conical root. The shape is look like cone. Second one, the leaf portion is base. The middle portion only, they are swollen or bulged. Both base and the apex, that means tip, are tapering. That is said to be fusiform. Example, radish. Third one, napiform. A broad base, suddenly it forms, what is that one? A small tail-like appearance. See the appearance of the beetroot. It's look like a top. That means bumper. So that is said to be the napiform root. So these 3 are the storage roots. That means the root region. What root region? Taproot region, which are storing the food material, and the shape is modified into different form. One is conical, fusiform and napiform. Another one, this is said to be the breathing root. Another function. What is another function? Responsible for respiration, gaseous exchange. Dear students, this is the plant which are known as Avicennia. It's a mangrove plant. Mangrove plant means less content of water and also large amount of mud. That is said to be mangrove vegetation. In those regions, some of the plants which are grown is known as Avicennia. In the soil, water content is very less, but mud is large amount. So the mud is very tightly packed soil, isn't it? No loosey soil. Tightly packed soil. So the gaseous exchanges is not possible. So what will happen? And also the water is contained too salty. Salty means what then? Large amount of salt content which is present in the water. So the respiration is not possible. So in those plants, they are producing some root which grows above the ground level. Negative nature. Most probably roots are positively geotrophic. That means it grows towards the soil. But in this mangrove vegetative plants, example Avicennia, some roots which are arising above the ground level, which contains number of pore. Pore means holes on the surface of a root. See the diagram D. This is the aerial root that is negatively geotrophic, positively phototropic, which contains a black colored dot. It's said to be pores. Those pores are named as nematode. What is that one? Nematode. Through this pores, this Avicennia plant, which is exchanging their gases, that means taking oxygen and liberate out carbon dioxide, so that these roots are known as respiratory roots or breathing roots. Example Avicennia. Dear students, see the paragraph breathing root. I told you mangrove plants. Example, Avicennia, Rhizobora, Bruguiera. Dear students, two more question. Give some example of breathing root. What is the answer? Avicennia, Rhizobora and Bruguiera. So these roots are negatively geotrophic. I told you, isn't it? Normally, the characteristic features of root is positively geotrophic. But these breathing roots arise above the ground level. So they are known as, what is that one? Negatively geotrophic. For what purpose? Respiratory purpose. Because in this mangrove vegetative region, soil becomes saturated with too salty. That means saturated with water and also salt, and also aeration is very poor. What is that one? Muddy region, isn't it? Mud with the water. So it is very saturated soil. Aeration is very poor. So that these plants which are producing the breathing roots above the ground level, which contains large number of pores known as nematopores or nematodes, which are responsible for gaseous exchanges. That roots are known as breathing root. So these are all the two modification of taproot system. That means taproot modification, storage cell and what is that one? Breathing roots. Storage roots and breathing roots. Next, we are going to see adventitious root modification. What is adventitious root? Root which are arising from any part of a plant is known as adventitious roots, isn't it? So this root modification is also divided into three important function. One is the storage function, another one is the mechanical function, then the last one is the vital function. Vital means these roots which are doing important function for the plant. That is said to be vital function. First, we are going to see the storage roots. So the storage roots means adventitious roots which are storing the food material and the shape is modified into different forms. So based on the structure, the storage roots are divided into different types. One is the tuberous roots, another one is the fasciculated root, the next one is the nodulous root, moniliform or beaded root, and the last one is the annulated root. First, we are going to see the tuberous root. Dear students, the roots are swollen or bulged, but without definite shape. We are unable to say it is a conical shape or napiform or fusiform. In taproot we have seen. Here, these roots are storing the food material and the shape is swollen, but we are unable to say any shape. That is said to be, there is no definite shape. Okay. Then these roots also produced in single, not in cluster. They are produced only one, not in the cluster. Example, Ipomia batatas. So in these plants, the roots are stored the food material and swollen without any shape, and also they are produced in single, not in a group or a cluster. Example, Ipomia batatas. Next one, fasciculated root. So fasciculated root means they are look like our palm. That means our hand with the 5 fingers and the palm at the center, isn't it? So the roots are storing the food material and the shape is look like in the form of, what is that one? Palm-like. That is known as fasciculated root. Example, dahlia, asparagus and ruellia. See the definition. The roots are in cluster from the base of the stem. So first one, they are arising or produce only one single, isn't it? But in the fasciculated root, it is cluster or group. That's why I told you, look like our hand with the 5 fingers. That is said to be fasciculated root. Example, dahlia, asparagus and Viola. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the Hypomia batatas. The root which are storing the food material, there is no definite shape. Each and every one which are showing the different shape. And also, at each tip of the root, they are producing only one tuberous root, not in cluster. So this is known as tuberous root. Example, Hypomia batatas. Dear students, this is the other type of root, that is fasciculated root. Example, dahlia. See that one, cluster of root or bunch of root which are arising from the tip of the individual root. That is known as fasciculated root. See that one, don't think it is an sweet potato. That means sakaravalakang. It is not a sweet potato. It is a plant named dahlia. Cluster of fruit which are arising and store the food material, and the shape is modified into fasciculated root. Example, dahlia. Dear students, next we are going to see the third type, that is nodulous root. Dear students, in this root, the swelling is occur only at the tip of the roots. What is that one? Near the tip of the roots only, they are showing the swellings. That is known as nodulous root. Example, maranta. In that maranta, the shape of the root is look like arrow root. That means a long straight line at the tip only, the arrow mark is there, isn't it? So likewise, at the tip of the root only, storing the food material and swelling. That is known as nodulous root. Next one, curcuma ameda. That means mango ginger, manga inji abin solvanga. So they are also showing at the tip only, they are storing the food material and also they are bulged or swelling. That is known as mango ginger or curcuma ameda. Next one, curcuma langa. That means turmeric in Tamil, manjal, isn't it? So they are also storing the food material at the tip only. That is known as nodulous root. That means at the tip of the root, they are showing in the form of a notch or a knot-like structure or mudichirukra mari. Those roots are known as nodulous roots. Next one, moniliform or beaded root. So moniliform or beaded root. Beaded root means it look like a beads. Beads means what is that one? Money, isn't it? So the bead-like structure which are appear due to the storage of the food material. So that is known as moniliform or beaded root. So dear students, between the two beads, we are having a string or a thread, isn't it? Likewise, some region they are storing the food material, then the next they are coming the root, then again storing the food material, then again the root region. Likewise, they are coming in the form of regular intervals, they are swelling. That is known as moniliform or beaded root. The entire root is look like in the appearance of beads. Example, vitis, portulaca, momardica, basella. Basella is otherwise known as Indian spinach. So those are all the example of moniliform or beaded root. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the maranta plant. Example for nodulous root. That means at the tip of the root only storing the food material and the swollen is appeared. That is known as nodulous root. Example, maranta. Dear students, next we are going to see the last type of adventitious root system for storage, that is annulated root. Dear students, The roots which are showing the ring-like appearance, swelling on the surface at regular intervals. That means at regular intervals, they are storing the food material in the shape of ring-like structure. Annulus, which means, is a Greek word which means ring-like. So the storage food material is also in the shape of ring-like, and also at regular intervals only they are appearing as a ring-like region. That type of root is known as annulated root. Example, Psychotria. A common name is Ipecac. That is said to be the annulated root. So up to this, we have seen different roots based on the storage function, that is adventitious root system. Next, we are going to see the mechanical support. That means how adventitious root doing their mechanical support. Based on the mechanical function, what are all the different types of adventitious root system? First one, prop root. So prop root means it acts as a pillar. In which plant? We all know that one, banyan tree. That means some adventitious roots which are arising from the branch of a tree and grow towards the soil, and when it touches the soil, it gives the mechanical support like a pillar to the entire banyan tree. Those roots are known as prop root, which are giving mechanical support to the banyan tree. So that's why they are known as prop root or pillar root. See that one. The adventitious roots grow vertically downwards from the lateral branches into the soil. Example, banyan tree. The binomial name is Ficus bengalensis. Another one example is the Indian rubber tree. In those plants, the branches of a tree which are producing the vertical adventitious root and grow towards the soil, and it touches the soil and they are giving the mechanical support to the tree and also act as a pillar. Those roots are known as prop root or pillar root. Example, Ficus bengalensis. Next one is the stilt root or brace root. So brace, which means what is that one? Bracelet which are wearing in the wrist region. Likewise, the root is storing the food material in the form of brace-like appearance around the nodal region. That is said to be stilt root or brace root. See that one. A thick roots growing obliquely, that means oval shape, from the basal node of the main stem, which are giving the mechanical support. Example, sugarcane. Binomial name is Saccharum officinarum. Zea maize, that means maize plant, Macacholam in Tamil. Then another one, Pandanus. Then Rhizobora. Rhizobora is what is that one? The another one is also their breathing root, isn't it? Example for breathing root. So, the stilt root which are giving mechanical support to the plants. Next one, climbing root. So, clasping or clinging root or climbing root. These roots are produced from the nodal region of the stem, and also they attach themselves to the host plant to help in climbing. Because they are very weak stemmed plant, they are unable to stand erect. So we are putting some host plant to support the root which are producing from the nodal region of the root. They are clinging or climbing on the host plant, or a stick we are putting that on. For example, money plant we are growing in our house, means at nearby we are putting some stick or a string or a thread we are putting there. Around the string or a thread only, they are growing. How they are growing? By producing some adventitious roots in the nodal region of the stem portion, which gives the plants to climb. The another example is also Piper nigrum. I told you pepper plant. There are also weak stemmed plant. Then another one Piper beetle. That means in Tamil, vetrilae. So these are all the weak stemmed plant which are producing adventitious roots to climb the plants for mechanical support. So how they are climbing? So the root which are producing in the nodal region, producing the sticky substances which are look like juicy appearance, dries up in the air and attach to the roots for the support. Example, Epiprenum pinnatum, Piper beetle, I told you vetrilae, and Ficus pumila. Epiprenum pinnatum is the binomial name of money plant. So those are all the example of climbing root or clinging root. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the Psychotria. Example for, what is that one? Annulated root. See the root. They are showing the ring-like appearance with regular intervals. See the first one. A ring-like appearance with regular intervals which are storing the food material, and the swollen appears. That is known as annulated root. Example, Psychotria. Dear students, this is the Ficus bengalensis, that is banyan tree. See the branch of a tree which are producing vertical, that means it grows downwards, adventitious roots. When it touches to the soil and they are giving mechanical support to the large banyan tree. Dear students, this is Saccharum officinarum, that means sugar cane. We all know that one. See at the nodal region, a cluster of roots which are produced obliquely around the nodal region in the form of brace. So these roots are known as stilt root or brace root. Example, sugar cane. Dear students, this is the money plant. Binomial names Epiprenum pinnatum. See the stem portion, the nodal region, they are producing the adventitious root which are secreting sticky juicy substance which makes the plant to attach to the host plant, which are giving the mechanical support. These roots are known as clinging root or climbing root. Dear students, next one is the buttress root. In this root, which are producing from the base of your trees, from that base of your trees, they are broad, plank-like, plank means strip, pattamari. A plank-like outgrowth developed towards the base all around the trunk region. That means around the base of a trunk region or tree. They are producing a broad plank-like root which are arising at the base of the tree around the trunk region. Those roots are known as buttress roots. These roots grow obliquely downwards and give the mechanical support to huge trunk of a trees. So this is an adaptation of a tall trees in the forest region. Example, Bombax ceiba, red silk cotton tree, Ceiba pantandra, white silk cotton tree, Terminalia arjuna, Delonix regia, Pterygota alata. So these are all the different trees which are showing the buttress root present at the base of a large tree trunk in a plank-like structure which are giving mechanical support. Those roots are known as buttress roots. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the bombox tree. In this bombox tree, see the root, adventitious root, which is in the form of plank-like, marapalaga, plank-like root which are arising at the base of a trunk region around the basal region or a trunk region, which are giving mechanical support. Those roots are known as buttress root. Dear students, up to this we have seen different types of mechanical function root in adventitious root modification. Next we are going to see the vital functions of a adventitious root system. It is divided into different types. First one is the epiphytic root or velamen root. What is epiphytic plants? Dear students, the epiphytic root is the characteristic features of Orchidaceae family. In those plants, they are producing a special type of root is known as epiphytic root. And also, these plants which are living on the bark of a tree as a clinging manner, தலைக்கீழ தொங்கிட்டு இருக்கும். Those roots are known as epiphytic root. Epi, which means outer region, phyte means tree. So at the bark of a tree, the plants which are growing in a clinging nature, that type of plants are known as epiphytic plants, is the characteristic features of orchids. Dear students, see the epiphytic orchids produce a special type of aerial root which are hang freely in the air. So these roots which are containing a special type of tissue known as velamen tissue, which helps in the absorption of water and mineral salts from the air or surrounding air. Example, Vanda, Dendrobium and Aerides. Dear students, these epiphytic plants which are producing two types of root, that one we will see later in a detailed manner. Two types of root. One is the normal adventitious root which are giving mechanical support. Another root which are freely clinging in the air or swinging in the air is known as aerial root, which containing the special type of tissue is known as velamen tissue, which are absorbing water and mineral salts from the air or surrounding air. That type of root is known as epiphytic root. Next one is the foliar root. Foliar, which means what is that one? The previous video class I told you foliage or foliar, which means leaf. The vein of the leaf which are producing some adventitious root, and these roots are known as foliar root. Example, Bryophyllum, Begonia, Zamioculus. Dear students, see the paragraph, root which are producing from the vein. Vein means what is that one? Naraman solrom, isn't it? At the midrib region or in the lateral portion of the lateral vein, or leaf lamina. Leaf lamina means surface, outer surface of a leaf is known as, or margin of a leaf is known as leaf lamina. They are producing root. These root which are responsible for the formation of new plant. That type of root is known as foliar root. Example, Bryophyllum, Begonia, Zamioculcas. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the epiphytic root. Example, Vanda. This plant only living on the bark of a tree. See that brown color region, it's said to be the bark of another tree. This is the plant producing two type of root I told you. The clinging root is the normal root which are giving mechanical support. Then another one, the white color, it's said to be the hanging root, which contains the white color tissue is known as velamen tissue. This velamen tissue only absorbing water in the surrounding air. Why they are producing a special type of hanging root, which means the plant which are living on the bark of a tree, from that bark region it is unable to absorb the water and mineral salts, isn't it? Bark is very hard in structure, so that these plants need water for photosynthetic process. So they are producing the special clinging root which are containing the velamen tissue to absorb the water and mineral salts from the surrounding air or moisture. That type of root is known as epiphytic root, which are doing the important function. Example, Vanda. Write a short note on epiphytic root is the important 3 mark and 5 mark question. And also vital functions of a root is also separately important 5 mark question. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the foliar root. Example, bryophyllum. See the margin, the leaf margin or lamina producing a small root-like structure which are producing the another new plant. That type of root is known as foliar root. So next root is sucking or hostorial root. Sucking means to absorbing water and mineral salts, or they are absorbing the food material. That type of root is known as sucking or hostorial root, which is seen in the parasitic plant. What is the parasitic plants? Plants which are living on the other host organism for their habitat, that means living place, and also food material. That is known as parasitic plants. So these plants which are producing adventitious root from the stem region, these roots penetrate into the tissue of the host plant to suck water and mineral salts and also food material from the xylem and phloem components. So these type of roots are act as a sucking organ is known as hostoria. So these roots are known as sucking root or hostorial roots. Example, cuscuta. So cuscuta is an parasitic plant. It's a small yellow color, weak stemmed plant. There is no leaf in that plant region, so that they are unable to do the photosynthetic function. So they are producing special type of sucking root or hostorial root and penetrate the root into the host plant to suck the water and mineral salts and food material from the xylem and phloem components. Those roots are known as hostorial root or sucking root. Example, cuscuta, dodder, casita, auburnkey, there is broomrape, viscum, mistletoe, dendropthy are the different example of sucking or hostorial root. The last one of vital function of the root is photosynthetic root or assimilatory root. Dear students, normally the function of a photosynthesis is the stem and leaf, but in some of the plants they are producing green color root which are doing the photosynthetic function. Those roots are known as photosynthetic root or assimilatory root. So these root also producing in the climbing root plant or epiphytic plant produce the green color root containing the chlorophyll pigments responsible for photosynthesis. Example, Tinospora, Trapa natans, that is water chestnut, Tinophyllum. So those are all the 3 examples of photosynthetic or assimilatory roots. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the Cuscuta plant. That green color stem with the leaf is known as the host plant or supporting plant. The twining yellow color plant is known as Cuscuta. See, there is no leaves in the plant region. So they are producing special type of root known as Astoria, which are penetrate into the host plant and absorb the food material. So this type of roots are known as sucking root or ostorial root. Example, Cuscuta. Dear students, this is the last type, that is photosynthetic or assimilatory root. Example, Ctenospora. This is also present in the climbing root or epiphytic root. That is yellowish brown color is the host plant. So in this leaf, the green color is said to be the climbing plant, which are producing green color root, which is responsible for photosynthetic function. These roots are known as photosynthetic root. Example, Ctenospora. Dear students, up to this we have seen different vital functions and also mechanical function and storage function of adventitious root. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.